Hola, qué por lluvia. Eso todos como están. Hello, Dumaquito, welcome. Okay, friends, so yesterday, yesterday we finished the armor here in the forearm, and today let's see if we can create a design for the glove. After that, that is the most this is, as I already told you, the most challenging part, because once we finish this, we just have to replicate this to the other side, and then we continue with the helmet and with the other parts. Okay, so let's find our references. Okay, let me see. We have to create something like this, look. But as you can see, as you can notice, in this case, we cannot, maybe we can, but I think that it is going to be a little bit easier. The thing is that I want to create this, okay? But I have, for example, here to add some kind of, I don't know, we can do it because, yes, we can do it. So let's use this. So we're going to duplicate this, of course, and try to create these parts here. As I told you yesterday, I'm going to leave these as single pieces for each finger, so it will be easier to manage the remesh and all the things that we need for the design. And also, we're going to try to maintain this to continue with the same style of the rest of the armor, okay? So let's see how we are going to do this. Okay, this is our hand. Let's say that these are the fingers. This is the volume of the fingers. So with that in mind, we are going to duplicate this and reduce the size to create this. Let's see. Let's start with this one. Look at this. We don't have the. No. I'm not going to duplicate. We can duplicate, but the thing is that I don't have the global the local transformation. Look, it is completely, it has another design. So I am going to, we have two options here, to try to move this just like by looking at the design, or we can create a new cylinder and work with that. You can choose one of those options, but let me think what is best for our case. Maybe let me try to create a new cylinder. Okay, let me try to create a new cylinder. Also, let me see the 16. Okay, so we're going to use 16, and this is going to be our finger, so we're going to remesh this to be our finger. Okay, let me see here. I think that, let me check this. We don't need this for the fingers. We don't need this one. I think that we were going to need, but we have to fix that. Let me see what else we have to do here. We have to fix this. Okay. Let me see the level of edges. Okay. Where is this in our... let me see the collection for this part. No, I don't know. I think that maybe this is in the... arm. Yes, I named this as arm. So let's try first to fix these fingers, okay? I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. What is the... hand. Okay, so we can create this to be as a separate... I'm going to name this as left hand, no, hand left, so I know where the hands are. Hand is that line there and left. I don't remember the name of that symbol. So if I... okay, great. Good. So let's try to change this. First, let me select these parts. This is what I am going to use for the hands, for the fingers. And I'm going to leave this as span backup, so I can create a new collection for this. Okay. Okay, this. I am going to move to... okay, let's see. And I'm going to hide and back up. Okay. Hand backup. Let me duplicate also these parts. Left hand. Okay. Now I can hide that. My hand disappeared here. Okay, now let's work with this part. I have to take care of each detail for each part of the finger. Try to use your hand as a reference. Okay. Let's start changing this. Try to remember your hand as a reference. If that works for you, of course, because if that doesn't work for you, okay, so don't do that. But I found that it is better for me. And when I have the opportunity to use my own body as reference, I do that. And remember that these tips of the fingers are the final version, so we can use this as a guide to see the size of the fingers. Here we can check that this is going down like that. And I think that that's everything that we need for this finger. Okay, now let's check. Also, maybe we should make this a little bit wider, this finger. Okay, so I think that's everything for this finger, just for this finger. So let's add subdivision here. Maybe at level 2, not 3, because here, let me check. Ooh, we have a lot of. With 3. I'm going with 3. I'm going to apply that. This one, the same thing. See? Yes, we need it. Let's change it a little bit. Okay, like that. Let me see the level of 0.03. Okay. So let's select all of these parts. Okay. And let's add all transforms. Okay. Let me clean the parent and transform, and then we have that. We are. There is something else that. Sorry. I forgot. Let me see something here. No, we were good. I thought that the local transformation was not working. It was because yesterday I selected another. So now, yes, now we're good. Okay, I think that my finger is a little bit to one side. Let me just make this, and let me deactivate it. Look, my finger looked a little bit to one side. I think that we have to move it to the other side. Let's check that again. Now I think that it is in the right, rotation. Or maybe a little bit. I have to rotate it more. Let me see. Now it looks like it is in the right. Here I have to maybe change this just a little here, and sorry, I forgot that. Like that. Okay, I think that, let me see, we have to be really careful with this. you remember the method with where I do not use bones to move the character to the final pose, and I use only spheres. The advantage for that is that I can preserve like the local transformation. I think that we're good. Then we just move it if we need to change something. Here it is looking good. This view. This view is looking good. This view. Now we can clean this, all transforms. Okay, now we're good. Okay, now we can go to remesh, but let me show you what happened now with if I go to remesh and I can use. Also, let's see the level of. Let me save. I don't know. We can save. This is our level of faces and vertices. What happens if I use this value? We're going to lose a lot of detail, but we use the one that we use. Again, that we use to create the level of topology for the tips of the finger. So we have two options here. The first option is to increase, to lower this value, so we can have something that we can work with. Or the other method that I usually use is to remember that I already move it to the world origin. The other method, also let me move this, okay. Apply all transforms, and I just do this thing here where it is. I increase the scale by 20. And now, look, we have a better resolution, but of course that it is not the resolution that we need. Look, now we have a good level. So we're going to use 0.01, okay? For all the fingers. And now let's return to our original position, 0.05, 0.05, 0.05. Our finger is here. We just apply our transforms again, and then we can start working on the details of the finger. First with a smooth. I think that there is no need to add more. If you need, then add more topology. First I am removing like these lines of the mesh with a smooth, and then we're going to work on the details. Also remember that I do not have like also I'm using the new Blender version. All the brushes change. I'm using 0.7, that's a lot. Let's lower. And let's start working on the details. Sorry, I am talking about another thing else here in Spanish. Remember that if you are using a pencil, this work is going to be easier. I'm using my mouse. Also, let's see the female hand. I use the female hand here or not? Here. Also remember here to take your time, and if you need, take a break and return with the sculpting, because this work is like this. For those who don't know what I am, I know that this I not should be doing this, but I want to come here and do the work that we do every day. But I also trying to listening to the news of my country. Now they are working on some authorities. They are like selecting like some kind of parliament, the authorities, but this is a disaster. So I like listening both sides. I should not be doing that, but believe me that this is important because it means what is going to happen to our country. So sorry for that if I am a little bit distracted, or maybe if I say a comment that it is not part of this. I do not do that, never, but in this occasion the hour of that event was just this hour that we are working here with this, so I don't want to lose that. It is a disaster, my country. Okay. Usually this finger should be like something like this for the comic style, but for the female character we need to lower this to smooth this even more. So let's try to smooth this because this is too big, I think. Remember that the female hand is like a little bit different, with more like the details are more like, how can I say this, more not so like rustic. I think that is the word maybe for the man. Ay, my country. Okay, this is like the basic shape. Let's see if we need, maybe here we need to smooth this even more. me see if I have another reference for here for a female character. Look, the female characters have this smooth kind of fingers, so let's try to do that. For Hulk we don't have problems because that was different, but here we need to smooth all the details and only leave like the principal details. For example, here the lines that we have here when we move move our finger to a punch position. Now you can compare what else can we do? Try to smooth these parts. The thing is that I want to preserve the volume but not leaving the details like the bones, some kind of that. Okay, now let's create our cylinder here. We can use just 16. There's no need for 32. Okay, we're going to use the solidify, and look, it is not working well, right? To fix this, we just have to apply not all transform. Without transform, of course, you're going to fix that, but then we are not going to have our local transformation, the one that we need. So we just are going to apply scale, and now we have what we were looking for. And here we can rotate in C like this, okay, and also make this a little bit bigger. Okay, this is the base. Maybe we should make it a little bit smaller. Yes, a little bit smaller. This is too much. Let me change it. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, so now we finish. No, we don't finish this yet. I'm going to leave it like that. Once we finish all of the other fingers, we start creating the details. here. Okay, so let's continue. No, before we continue, I think that, let me see the level of, yes, I'm good with this level of solidify. Let's continue with the other figures. We already created a backup, so let's start to fix the shape here. Okay, I think that that's something. Okay, we are good. Now let's add here. Okay. Now everything is good, so we can merge this merge. Let's select all of the parts and again this one. So it transformate. Okay, now let's join this and use the same technique that we used before. I think, I don't remember. 0.01. Yes. That was the... Yes, now we're good. Can start working on fixing the shape of this finger. Remember, first let's erase those lines. And erase smooth. Smooth the surface. Remember, try to smooth all the details here. Okay, on the other part. Maybe we should. The brushes are very different. Maybe increase just for now to 0.7 to delete these lines here first. Okay, now let's start working on the details. I think that we can return to the other value 0.5. Wait, let me see the music. We're good. I was thinking that there was another music with copyright, but no, we're good. Okay, I think that we have the right shape. I don't want to use shrink wrap because my fingers here are like a little bit little, and because this is part of the gloves, this should be a little bit wider, just for that reason. So to fix this part, we are going just to move it. No, before we do that, let me duplicate it for the other finger. Okay, you can see it is looking really good, right? So you have the idea of how are going to be our hand. We just have to do the same with the other fingers and this other finger here. Let me see the music. Yes, but no, I don't like that music. Let's go with this one. Okay, so you already know the methods that I use to increase the remesh. Also, there is something that you should know when you are modeling or sculpting. In this case, for sculpting, I usually use the standard blender here, the blender, the size here. For modeling, it depends on if maybe you're working on a game or an animation, and you have to export that to a game engine, for example Unity or Unreal. Then you have to change if you are working on meters or centimeters, depending on on the game engine. But it is something that I notice, and maybe it is something that you should do, that try to work always first modeling and sculpting in the standard position, and maybe in this case bigger sizes. If you are modeling, you are going to animate, but you already create the textures and all of that. Then you can lower to the unity, to the size that you are going to use on the game engine. Okay, but if you're working for an animation on Blender, maybe you can leave the standard position. Why? Because with this like kind of bigger positions, like Blender handle the faces like in a like in a better way. Look at this, like in a better way. So if you are trying to reduce to working on the Unity that you are going to use on the game engine, then it is going to cause some problems. That's why I try to increase the value and then return to the lower value to have this result. The same if you want to, for example, create realistic clothes with physics. When you're working with physics for your character, it is always better to use bigger sizes, because as I told you, it calculates. It is something about Blender. It is easier for Blender to like, let's say, like to see the faces in a bigger way than in a really small size. That's why I do this. the finger usually is a little bit wider and at these unions here because of the rotation, okay? Hello, I think that they're using you with a translation, but what you are reading is a little offensive. So don't use that, please. But welcome, we're working here. And now it is working. Yes, I can hear it. Let me see if I can fix it. I think that now it is working good. I was saying that that you're using it is not like Spanish. It is not good. It is a little bit disrespectful. So please don't use that again, please. Maybe you were trying to make some kind of joke, but it was not a joke. But just for you to know, that's all. Maybe you're going to find a person like speaking Spanish, and you say that to him or her, and you're going to have some problems. So just for you to know. Don't worry. I understand that, but it is good for you to know, to clarify that. But no, it is not something that you should worry about. Just have that in mind. Maybe I can make that mistake when trying to talk in another language. So that's fine. Don't worry. But if you just for you to know, if you found a person and you say that to Spanish because you are calling it like a girl, and if you are talking treating like a man, like he's a girl, it is not going to find it funny, and you're going to have some problems. If you are talking to that person face to face and saying that, and here in Latin America is that we don't usually take those kind of jokes yes, I understand. No, I understand. That's why I understand you. I trying to be comprehensive here, but it is something. Maybe you want to travel to another place, and you found a person from Latin America, not only my country, Latin America, whole Latin America, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, the whole countries that speak in Spanish, and you say that to men, you are going to have problems, because here we don't treating like men, like women. It is not like funny. I mean, you really have to be a friend to that person, and you can say some kind of of those things. But when you're meeting, you're just knowing you recently meet a person, you don't want to say that. Okay, you just no, but we have it is first good for you. That's a great news. Now that you have a job, you're going to find a lot of peace. You're going to be really calm now with the decisions in your life. It is a great something good for you. Don't try to do your best, as I always say, and don't try not to lose that because getting a job right now is very, very difficult. And with the other topic, no, it depends. As I told you, if you are really a friend to another man, and you say that, it is like, okay, but maybe some days you are not like in a good sense of humor. But saying that to a stranger or a person that you're just knowing, it is not good. Something like that. For example, for me, it is not funny. I don't treat persons like that. So I would be like in the group of the person that don't have like that have in this case a bad sense of humor, as you said. But don't worry. I understand. We were not here. We are here. Everyone here. We are to learn and all of that. So don't worry. Just to clarify that. For example, I will not say that to you. Even if you are my friend for a lot of years, I will not say that to you. These fingers are like a little bit tricky, you can say that, because remember, with the deformations here, the body changed a lot. We already know that because of all the work that we already did to the rest of the body. So that's why here it is like a little bit flat in some parts, but here not. We have to make it like a little bit wider, some especially here in the joints. Okay, let's check. I think that maybe here we have to move this. Hello, friend. Welcome back. No, no. Sorry. I forgot. All transforms, no. Just scale. Yes. Let me see the music. No, this has copyright. Okay, friends. So I think that for today we can stop. We just let me fix this. We are here 2 hours, and I have to finish the other project. Let me do this in the right way, okay? Like that. Now we are good. Okay, so I think that we have to do the other finger, but we can do that tomorrow. So tomorrow we have to fix this finger and start creating the globe here. This is going to be a little more easier, so don't worry about that. Then we have to add the details here at the fingers, these lines. I'm going to do that once I finish all the fingers, okay? Okay, so let me move this here. Like that. This is perfect. Okay, friends, so sorry today I was a little bit distracted, but I had to be, and I continue listening to the news that happened in my country, the elections of some authorities, like it's some kind of the parliament, it is a disaster. So this just happened today because it was at the same hour, but we do a great progress, and I think that we made what we have to do, what we have to do today. Okay, so the thing is that I do not know what is going to happen by September, August, those months when we are going to start having again blackout problems. But it's something that I should not worry about that now. Doesn't matter. So we're going to continue tomorrow, okay? We made fingers today. Remember, we explained here the method that I usually use to increase like the size of an object, then merge, use remesh, and then return it to the original value. So we can work with specific values, okay? The specific values that the computer can handle. So remember, for those who are new, please subscribe to the channel, give a like, share this content with others, leave a comment below. Believe me, it really helps a lot. I will appreciate that. With that, I know that you like this kind of content, and I know that I can continue doing this. Also, you please follow me on my social media accounts. I am uploading my portfolio and things about 3D and games. Also, you can get figures like this one for your collection, or maybe assets for your games or animations on my online stores. You have SolidWorks for 3D modeling, Codes 3D for 3D sculpting, and on CD Trader you have everything. Also, I think that now in CD Trader you have discount, so you can it can be good for you. Also, if you want me to collaborate with your project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email there. What else? I think that's everything. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for all who were here on the chat. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. We're going to continue tomorrow. I think that this is a good for the thumbnail, right? Yes, we're going to leave it like that. So this is all. Please remember to subscribe, and we're going to continue tomorrow. Thanks for coming. See you in the next one.